Our adventure started beside the busy A9 just south of Dalwhinnie. We left there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 4.5 kilometre walk along the cycle track to the summit of Drumochter Pass. Meg had fully recovered from her shoulder tendon injury, and I was happy to have my canine companion with me again. It was a warm afternoon, but we had a cooling breeze behind us on the cycle track, and within the hour we'd reached the point where we turned away from the road and headed towards the mountains. We soon left the traffic noise behind us, and we climbed steadily on the track into Corrie de Mine, with the Sow of Athol rising steeply to our left. With the recent dry weather, I guess there probably wasn't going to be much water higher up, so I filtered enough for the two of us. It added 4 kilos to my already heavy pack, but it was the right decision. There was barely a trickle of water in the 2 streams we crossed later on. The narrow path from the valley rose through the heather on a rising traverse to eventually bring us to the ridgeline. Several false summits later we reached the first of our 4 Munros, Skarnjak Voor. From the summit we headed southwest and picked up the south ridge of Ben Uitlemijn. With the sun beginning its descent in the western sky, we hastened the pace in order to get the tent pitched before dark. The summit plateau was stonier than I had expected, but I eventually found a large enough patch of soft ground. With the tent pitched, I could relax, feed Meg and enjoy the sunset. It was now 9:30 and time to turn in for the night. An inversion had been forecast, but I hadn't expected it to be as good as this. It really was magical, and I spent the next hour or so walking about the summit, just enjoying the splendid sunrise. It was time to get a brew on and prepare breakfast. Looking to the west, the mountains of the Ardvariki forest were rising through the cloud, with Annapbeg and Ben Older further round to the south. By 8 o'clock it was time to pack up and set off on the second half of our route.
You're on my side.
followed the line of the old fence which marks the local authority boundary, and that eventually brought us up onto the summit plateau of Arvarklinik. From the summit we returned back along the broad ridge, and then we dropped down to Corifar before the final climb to the summit of Gaelcarn. It was a shame to be coming down, but the sun was already starting to burn back the clouds, and in the distance I could see Balsporen and the end of our walk.